is Les Einstein. I'm 61. I'm married to a very lovely lady, Rochelle, and we have 3 children. I'm a barrister. I've been a barrister and in the law for almost 3 decades. Right now, though, I'm doing a Masters of Teaching course at Sydney University.
My name is Sarah Boss-Chimes. I'm 54 years old. I came to Sydney, Australia in 1975. I was 13 years old and I went to Maria. It was lovely to belong to a family-like school. I went to uni but didn't last very long. I was married and I fell pregnant quite quickly, and I was busy raising children, running a business. You know, life happens. I was not involved in Jewish learning. I just taught my children what I knew from way back, from when I was a youngster.
I was born in a reform setting. Shul was regarded as a 2 or 3 times a year event. Most of the time was spent looking at my watch, or rather my father's watch. I didn't have one. And it really was, without intending any disrespect at all, a cardboard cutout experience. It was one entirely superficial and lacking in any depth.
I've started going to BINA about 6 years ago, when it was back at Bellevue Hill. I was searching for some more enlightenment, more deeper meaning to life. A good friend of mine has been going to Rabbi's lessons for quite a while. And she said, just come and listen to him. You'll see how much you'll love it. And I did not stop since the day she has invited me to go with her.
I certainly was not always on this road. I was not on any road. I was in the middle of a field. And that continued all the way into university and even into my early working life. What turned things for me is something that occurred in 1988, and that is when my father, Alav Shalom, passed away, and it affected me enormously. And I was looking for him. I was looking for some meaning in life. I wanted to find out where he was, if he was anywhere at all. I think I was at that time ripe for new ideas, and I was searching for new ideas, and I found them, and I found them in a big way.
It's like reconnecting with my heritage, reconnecting with my spirituality, reconnecting with me. I go every Thursday morning. I call them Thursday morning with Rabbi G. After every lesson, a bunch of us girls go and have a coffee and discuss the lesson. I can tell you that I would speak probably for most of the girls that go with me, that Rabbi teaches us how to conduct our daily life with the soulfulness and spirituality of Judaism as a foundation, and we love it. I love it.
The one thing that really stands out on their part, and which I would like to take into my classrooms as a teacher, is the objective of knowing your students, where they come from, what their context is, how much they know, what their family situation is. Rabbi Garari is an extraordinary teacher. He has this natural potential which is actualized in the most magnificent way of getting over basic concepts to people who are coming into a subject new, and teaching at a very, very high level people who have been there for a long time, because everyone comes from a different place.
The rest of my family is not as embracing as I am. They love hearing the stories or the lessons that I tell them when I get back. But my 27-year-old daughter, Natalia, loves Rabbi, and he resonates with her and her peers as much as he does with me and my peers.
The ability, without charge, to walk into a door one morning and walk out an hour later, your day having been lifted, and it's not just a matter of your day having been lifted, you're able to pass on gems of the most magnificent type. They have a current application that enables you to increase in an intrinsic and enduring way the quality of your life and the quality of the lives of people with whom you come into contact.
Martin was never a religious man. While we were battling his illness, he became more spiritual. He became closer to God. He often challenged Rabbi Garari, like, tell me, what am I expecting? What's going to happen? He would come and he would visit all the time. It was just a couple of months before he died. And we were kind of feeling quite vulnerable. We had a knock on the door, and it was Rabbi Garari, Hashgacha Pratit. He walked in at the right time. He sat down, and you know what he did? He gave us hope. That's all. He just gave us hope. But when Martin died, his words of wisdom were still wonderful. But this time it was not hope. It was, Sarah, you have to understand that you have to accept the pain that follows such a gut-wrenching loss. There was a place for hope, there was a time for hope, and now there's a time for acceptance and a time for commitment. And I have to be committed to life and accept what has happened in my life.
Nothing in your life happens simply because of a coincidence. The idea which is so foreign to people and was so foreign to me, so distant, is the idea that Hashem has an involvement in our life, not only in the big things, but also in the small things. Every challenge that comes your way is not foisted upon us in order to make life painful and unbearable. It is foisted upon us in order to provide this extraordinary opportunity for growth. Everything in terms of our response to it is the result of our perception. If our perception changes, then our experience changes. And that's the sort of gem that is priceless. And that's one of the gems that BINA teaches us.